I need your attention in this. This is a very, very important part. We are going to talk with Danny a lot about this in the next coming classes, about diesel and gasoline, because the engines are the same, no different. And we are going to talk a lot about the heat exchanger, about this, and we are going to repeat and repeat and repeat. But today is only for information about how the generator works and how the generator should be installed properly. It's easy to destroy the generators only during the cranking, because the generator was installed below the water line and the water entered and locked the engine. Wow. This is a very, 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 very common situation. Hydro lock. Yeah. That's the name of that situation. The salt water enter and block the engine. Now I am going to explain and lock the engine. Let me explain what is the meaning of that. The most important is try to understand quickly what happened internally in the engine. Later in the classes of diesel and gasoline, I'm going to explain with more detail. But basically, the engine is an equipment that suction air and compress the air. It is diesel. Mm-hmm. When the air is fully compressed at maximum pressure and temperature, inject a little amount of fuel and ignite the hot air and send the piston down, and once again up and once again down, and produce the torque. Basically, plus or less, this is the definition of the operation of the engine. This is why later I am going to explain in the class of diesel that in my opinion, my definition is that the engine is an equipment designed to burn air, no fuel. Okay. We are going to check what is the meaning of 4 strokes and 2 strokes. Some years before, the 2-stroke engines were famous, especially in outboards. We are going to explain 2 strokes, especially with Danny, because in the market there are a couple of 2-stroke outboards running, and probably in 5 years they will disappear, because 4-stroke is less noise, is a little more efficient, because less pollution, and it's better. Of course, the 4-stroke have more components, more metallic parts moving, but the people prefer 4-stroke because it's friendly with the environment, basically. Okay, let me try to explain what is the meaning of 4-stroke quickly. In an engine, you have the pistons moving up and down, and the pistons are connected with the crankshaft. And the crankshaft is the element that produces the torque, because the crankshaft is connected with the shaft and the propeller. You know, the crankshaft here, and the piston moving up and down rotate the crankshaft. Everybody follow me? Okay. And the piston is moving up and down, up and down. At the beginning, you start the movement with the start motor. You remember, you connect the start motor in the panel, and the start motor is connected with a flywheel, a wheel connected at the end of the crankshaft, and the pinion of the start motor engage with that wheel and move the crankshaft, and produce the first explosion. And in the first explosion, what happened with the piston?
Goes down.
Bum, 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 and continue running, because the explosion continue producing. That's the secret. Okay. Let me check what happened when the piston is moving, and how the explosion is produced, and how the explosion continues. Suppose that I have the piston, and the piston is moving in the cylinder liner, no, in the liner, in the block. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody follow me? And the piston have piston rings to produce seal and avoid that the gases escape through the piston, in between the piston and the cylinder line. All right, I have the piston, and on top I close that cylinder with the head, and in the head I have valves for intake and valves for exhaust. And what is the function of the intake valves?
To let air in.
Allow that the air enter. And what is the function of the exhaust valve? Allow that the gases goes up. That's it. That's simple, no? And those valves open and close because one camshaft moves the valve up and down. The camshaft is connected with a chain, or gear with the crankshaft. And they are brothers. They work together, the crankshaft and the camshaft. Okay, I have the piston, I have the head, and in the head I have valves. This is only imagination. You don't see the model. It's only imagination. You have intake valve, exhaust valve, and the piston. We are going to imagine the 4-stroke. What is the name of the 4-stroke? Can you refresh me? Intake, compression, power, and exhaust. Those are the names of the 4 strokes. Intake, compression, power, and exhaust. And a stroke means the movement of the piston from bottom to top or top to bottom. It's the complete movement. 1 stroke, 2 strokes, 3 strokes, 4 strokes. Ah, nice. Okay, good. In intake, pay attention.
A lot of people remember it.
In intake, I am going to suction air. Where should be going the piston? From up to down or from down to up?
From
Piston.
up to down.
From up to down. Intake. Okay, when the piston is going down, I want to suction air. Which valve open? This is intake and this is exhaust. Which one open? Intake open and the piston is going?
Down.
Down. Oh wow, nice. And now the cylinder is filled with air. Okay, and now how much was the rotation of the crankshaft in that movement of the piston?
Half. Half.
180 degrees. Half. Okay, and now the piston is in the bottom. And now the piston starts to go up. What happened with the valve?
Starts to close.
Close. And the piston is going up.
Squeeze.
And what is the name of that stroke?
Compression.
Compression. And compress the air. Compress the air. Compress the air. Compress the air. And the air is fully compressed with maximum pressure and maximum temperature. In diesel engines, that pressure is more than 400 psi and the temperature is around 1000 degrees Fahrenheit. In that moment, just before the piston reached the top, what happened? The injector
Fires the fuel.
spray the fuel and produce the explosion and send the piston
Bang.
Right down.
Back
down
up.
at high speed. Okay, 180 degrees, other 180 degrees in compression, and now once again the piston is going
180.
down, other 180 degrees. And what happened with the valves during that moment that the piston was sent at high pressure down? Both of them stay closed
Stay closed, yeah.
during the explosion.
Yeah, the
Boom,
power
until
stroke.
the piston reached the bottom and fill the cylinder with
Exhaust gas.
gases, smoke.
Yeah. But that's your power
And
stroke?
now, once again, the piston tries to goes up. And what happened with the valve?
Opens.
Exhaust open and intake stay closed. And the piston goes up, and push the gases out. Oh, nice. Good. Intake, piston moving down, and intake valve open, 180 degrees. Compression, both valve closed, piston goes up and compress the air. Just before reach the top, inject the fuel, produce the explosion, and send the piston down, other 180 degrees down. And now the cylinder is full with gases, exhaust valve open, piston goes up, and push the gases out. Oh, okay, how many rotation of the crankshaft in total for those 4 strokes? How many rotations?
Two
Look,
rotations.
Half,
Two.
half, and half. 2 rotations of the crankshaft for the 4 strokes. And this is the explanation of 4 strokes.
4 strokes.
Nice, no?